Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Mike Tomlin ends 17th season in 12th place, tie on all-time wins list with Jeff Fisher. When it comes to coaching achievements, Jeff Fisher may not be the name you most desire to be associated with. Though he had quite a long coaching career, the reality is that much of it was mediocre or worse. He reached the postseason just 6 times in 22 years as a head coach. Indeed, he has the worst winning percentage of all head coaches in NFL history, with more than 130 wins at. But he also has the 12th most wins in NFL history at 173, and now he has company as Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin joins him. Going 10-7 on the 2023 season, Tomlin has now secured another non-losing season, another playoff season, and another season with 10-plus wins. The difference between Fisher and Tomlin can be explained in the amount of games it took them to get to 173 wins. Fisher coached 339 games. Tomlin has coached 275. That's a 64-game difference to win the same number of times. Fisher has 65 more losses, with one tie to Tomlin's 2. Fisher finished below .500 in 11 of his 22 seasons, with only 6 winning records and 5.500 records, yet he managed to go 13-3 no fewer than 3 times. That included the 2008 season in which the Baltimore Ravens knocked the Titans out during the divisional round following their bye week, allowing Tomlin's Steelers to avoid the top seed and playing on the road en route to his one and only Super Bowl win. Tomlin, you may be interested to know, has no losing seasons, and 14 winning seasons. Tomlin's .633 winning percentage remains 10th best among head coaches who won at least 100 games, a plateau that he cleared many years ago. Among those names above whom he ranks currently are Curly Lambeau, Sean Payton, Bill Cowher, Bud Grant, Joe Gibbs, Mike McCarthy, John Harbaugh, Tom Landry, and Steve Owen. The Steelers head coach managed to leap several spots on the all-time wins list this season, but he will have to wait a while for his next climb up the chart. The next name ahead of him is Chuck Knox with 186 all-time wins, so Tomlin would need to go at least 14-3 in 2024 in order to surpass him. Tomlin and Bill Parcells, it may be worth mentioning, are the only 2 head coaches to have coached fewer than 20 seasons while recording 170 or more wins. That doesn't mean others didn't do it, they just went on to coach for at least 3 more seasons, as Tomlin is likely to. And assuming that he does, he should be able to reach 200 career wins, averaging 9 wins per season. If he coaches for the next 3 years averaging at least a 9-8 record, he will become only the 9th NFL head coach to win 200 games. At 73 games above .500 for his career, he ranks 9th in that mark as well. His 10 seasons appearing in the postseason are tied for the 14th most in NFL history, along with Harbaugh and others, though he ranks only 20th in total postseason games and 25th in postseason wins. He is one of 35 head coaches to have won a Super Bowl and would really like to become the 15th to win more than one. Only 4 men, including Chuck Noll, have won 3 or more. Steelers, TJ Watt's best-case scenario to get back on field in playoffs after knee injury. The Pittsburgh Steelers have at least a game to play beyond the 2023 NFL regular season after securing a spot in the NFL playoffs. However, they are likely to miss the services of injured star linebacker TJ Watt for the entirety of their postseason stint, unless they go on a deep run, via Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. With the #Steelers officially in the playoffs, and star TJ Watt dealing with a grade 2 MCL sprain, sources say the absolute best-case scenario for this injury is to play in 2 weeks with a brace. So to get Watt back on the field, Pittsburgh likely needs to win a few. Watt suffered the said injury during Week 18's showdown against the Baltimore Ravens. He exited that contest in the 3rd quarter and did not return, leaving his team and Pittsburgh fans worried about the status. Although the Steelers beat Baltimore 17-10, and later secured a spot in the playoffs after a Tennessee Titans win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, they will have their backs pushed harder against the wall this coming Saturday in a wild card round matchup on the road against the Buffalo Bills without Watt on the field. Who is among the top candidates to win the Defensive Player of the Year award for the 2023 NFL campaign, had 19 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 48 solo tackles on the season. Ravens John Harbaugh proud of team's fight and loss. To Steelers, we played tough. The Baltimore Ravens' regular season came to an end with a 17-10 loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers at M&T Bank Stadium. In the driving rain, a Ravens team that had plenty of personnel changes gave as good as it got, but turnovers came back to haunt them. Tyler Huntley led the Ravens offense in place of Lamar Jackson, as several weapons on both sides of the ball were missing. But despite that, Ravens head coach John Harbaugh was pleased with his team's efforts and had some praise for Huntley in his first start this season. "We played really hard, I thought we played tough, we didn't play great by any stretch," Harbaugh said. "We can certainly stop the run better, we give up the big pass play, thought the pass rush was really good and the coverage was good for the most part except for one play offensively. I thought we thought Snoop out there and fought and played hard, and the circumstances and the rain and stuff like that and the wind, I thought he made some really good throws." In the driving rain, protecting the football was going to be paramount and both teams had their issues. In total, there were 4 fumbles, 2 each, in the game and all 4 were lost as the elements wreaked havoc. Baltimore's fourth-quarter fumble led to a Steelers field goal that put Mike Tomlin's team up by 2 scores. For Harbaugh, while the team lost the game, it was a timely reminder that protecting the football will be crucial come playoff time. "When you turn the ball over, and that's basically what it was, we turned the ball over a couple times and just gave them opportunities to score points, that was it," Harbaugh said. "I think we take that into the playoffs, we already know that we understand how to win, but it's a nice little reminder that you got to protect the football to win games." The Ravens' regular season now comes to a close and after a super 17-week stretch, the new season now begins. Baltimore has the number 1 seed in the AFC and will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs as the Ravens are in a similar position to 2019. But for Harbaugh and Ravens fans, the hope is that this season won't end with a playoff loss at the first hurdle. And you fan, what do you think of the John Harbaugh situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.